This week on Empowering Midlife Wellness, I'm back with Master Personal Trainer Kelly Workman. As you can see, we're in a hotel gym. We're out of town. We're going to show you how you can work out for 30 minutes, even if you're traveling, even if you're out of town. Get something in so you don't fall off your exercise ladder. Hi, friends, and welcome to this week's episode. If you're just joining me, I'm Dr. Susan. And if you're not just joining me, you already know Kelly Workman, Master Personal Trainer. We are actually doing an out-of-town workout today. We are here in a hotel gym. We're in Austin for the South by Southwest conference. It's not impossible that someone else might walk in the door because this is a public gym, but we wanted to show you what you can do on a weekend day when you're out of town and maybe you're in your hotel room thinking, I'm not going to do anything today, but you can pop down to your hotel gym and you can find something to do. So as usual, I don't know what we're doing today.
Right.
Kelly's got some plans for us.
I do. Susan had just finished her 44th Ironman. Her knee's a little bit uncomfortable, and we walked a lot this weekend. We sat a lot this weekend. So this workout is just something to invigorate your whole body and your mind, get your balance and coordination right.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a week after my race, so I feel pretty good. My knees hurt a little bit, but we'll just see how it goes. And so, we're always talking about working around injuries or discomfort. There's always something you can do. So if we have to stop and modify it, I'm just going to let Kelly know. So let's do it.
Let's get started.
Okay. So number one.
We're going to sit on the floor.
Okay.
And I got her just 10-pound weights today. We're not doing super heavy. We're just trying to get some movement in. So grab the weights, straighten out my legs. And I want you to think about when you're on the ground that if you have a butt, you're moving your butt out of the way. So your posture's nice and tall, string your head. You're just going to press up the weights and make sure that you breathe. And you're going to keep your core nice and tight and bring them back down. You're just exhaling them up and pressing them back down. Her legs are tight. Her legs are straight. You want to keep them as straight as possible. Your belly is in nice and tight. You're supporting your spine by doing this. Good.
Yeah. So sitting up straight, doing a shoulder press is, it's not as easy as it looks.
Especially when you're sitting on the ground, your legs are straight, so you don't have that flexibility when you're sitting on a bench to move your knees around, to fix yourself. Your core is really working overtime here when you're doing this kind of press. We are using 10 pounds. Susan can shoulder press more than 10 pounds, but in this position, you want to keep it a little bit lighter. We're just trying to warm her back up to working out after she's only been home for a week.
Yeah, my back was a little bit sore, so
yes,
as expected. So this is great. Whenever you've, if you've done a lot of activity, you can always start a little bit lighter workout and not do nothing. So we don't want to do nothing.
That's right.
You can start back and do something.
Good. 2 more.
So even with these 10-pound weights like this is getting
heavy,
challenging for me because my muscles are still sore.
Okay, now let's rest 1 second.
Okay.
We're going to stay in this position. We can talk for about a minute.
So we've been at the South by Southwest conference in the women's health section, and so much talk about fitness and muscle mass. So we talk about this all the time, but I think you can't say it often enough. It's so important, ladies, to do resistance training, and you got to eat protein as well. So those are the 2 topics I think that came up more than anything.
That's exactly right.
Other than menopausal hormone therapy. So it can get a little bit repetitive, but for a good reason.
Yeah, I'm so always surprised about how many people are not doing it, right?
That's right. Even though we're talking about it all the time, there's still a lot of people who are not doing it yet. So, we're a question, why are we not doing it? We know it's good for us, right? And this is not that hard. So.
Grab our weights. Now we're going to do tricep presses. So hands go straight up. Now drop your hands behind your head. And now your triceps, the back of your arm is going to press the weight to the ceiling and drop them back. Her legs are still totally straight. Core is tight. Posture's really nice and tall, like there's a string being pulled at your head. She's exhaling, pressing her tricep up. The weight drops back. Her weights are kind of touching. That helps take a little bit of the pressure off your wrists. So you can kind of use it as one weight, but it's still 10 pounds in each hand.
Okay, I can imagine some people might not be able to keep their legs straight because my legs are a bit sore and I'm wanting to bend them.
You can bend them.
That would be a modification you could do?
Yes, you could bend them and just make sure that your abs, your core, the belly button's always pulled in. So if you start to lose your core, take a breath, stop, and re-engage your core. That's holding you up nice and tall. You're working actually the muscles even of your back as you're doing this press. Good breathing. 3 and 2. Good, and 1 more. Okay, weights go down. We're going to rest another minute, and we'll move to the next exercise. There's 4 in this round that we're doing.
Yeah, so depending on how you're balancing your body, like this is an unusual position for a tricep
Yes.
press. I can feel it in my legs and in my hips.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're feeling that, you might need to bend your knees, but I'm enjoying the
Yes.
stretch also.
Yes, it is. It really helps engage the muscles along your spine sitting in this position because your long levers are not allowed to move now. They're stuck stationary. So your back really has to hold you up. So you may feel a lot of tension in your back or even in your core as you sit on your bottom and do it. It's just an extra way to get a little extra workout and not have to use heavier weights. This is the good way to use lightweight but get the most bang for the buck.
So if you're not familiar with doing this, we always say, like, start with something light, and you want to get to the point where at the end of the set, like it was for me, it was, getting challenging.
Yes.
Not to the point of being injured. So
yes,
you're just going to try and see what works for you, but don't do these 1 pound weights over here unless you're 80 years old and you've never lifted anything. You're going to try something that's hard. I mean, this is supposed to be hard. We're building muscle.
Yes. Okay, let's go into your plank form. Now we're going to do plank rows. So it's the same. Yeah. So both hands are on the weights. These are kind of rolly weights, so you'll have to be careful. And you're just going to row up one arm, then hand back down. Keep the hands on the weight.
Now I might choose to put one hand on the ground.
That's fine.
Because they're rolly. They are rolly.
Yep.
So I'm modifying this, Kelly, because
that's perfectly fine. And this is what you should do, ladies. And if you can't hold a plank, go down to your knees and practice that way. Okay. So this is more advanced because Susan can do a plank, but you want to make sure that you're always keeping your core stable as you do it.
Yeah. Some depending on your weights, some of them might be more stable than these.
Yeah. These are pretty round weights now that I recognize that.
These
so
are,
they'll be really rolly.
Whatever you find in the gym, you go to work with it if you're in a hotel.
And this is working from front to back, head to toe. Yes, she's rowing. This is really to make her be unstable, to make her core fire more. Core meaning back to front.
Ugh.
Again, we said she just got done doing her 44th Ironman. So her whole body is fatigued from her swimming, her running, her biking. So we are just trying to light everything up slightly as she gets back into her workout slowly.
Yeah. I thought I was completely recovered, but it was just a week ago.
1 week is not enough, guys. We know it takes a couple of weeks to recover. We can't imagine that. Good. A few more, just like that. Good. Good. Last one on the right one. Okay, down to your knees and rest a second.
Yeah. And it's good to treat yourself kindly. Like if you're just like, for me, this is a bit of a tired day. It's okay. Kelly, we've talked about this before. Like, I love your description of just staying on the ladder.
Yes.
Some days you're not going to have the best workout of your life. Just do something.
You just need to stay on the ladder. And she really wants to get back in the gym and start working out, but she does need to prioritize her recovery from what she just hectically did to her body in this training. She doesn't think it's a big deal. It is a big deal. But this is just a nice, easy way to do it, and modifications are always acceptable. But this will make her brain feel good. I'm doing something, even though her body still needs to recover. So that's why we're not trying to kill it today. We're just trying to keep some movement happening.
Yeah, I mean, it is really humbling. I like that idea. Like, I think some of us fall into a trap as if you can't do like the most badass workout ever, you just say, F it, I'm not going to do anything.
Right.
But anything is something. Even yesterday, we didn't even work out yesterday. We just walked miles around town. I mean,
miles and miles.
That is something.
It is.
Every day something.
So now we're going to go back to a regular plank, and we're just going to reach up to our side plank. This is the last thing we're doing. So we're going to go down to our regular plank, reach up, twist to side plank, eyes gaze at the hand that's up at the ceiling, and bring it back down. And then switch sides. Reach and bring it back down.
Oh, that actually feels nice because it's kind of stretching my back.
Yes. It's always important when you're doing something where you're raising your arm, regardless of the exercise you're doing, I should always try to gaze up at the hand that's raised up because you really want to work on your neck rotation also. This is something I find with a lot of people have really, really poor neck rotation. As you get older, it does not get better. You must train it just like other parts of your body. Good.
Yeah, this is a really nice stretch, and also obviously using my shoulders and core and everything.
Yes. Good breathing, almost. One more on the other side. One more facing the camera, and then we'll go down for rest. Back to our bottom. Yep.
Okay, so in between exercises, we heard an amazing lineup of speakers, Celeste. Couple of days. Yep. I think we both were talking this morning. One of our favorites was Gabby Reese.
Yes.
She, many of you know, is a former world-class volleyball player, and then has several businesses now.
Yeah.
And what I liked about her talk is she really made it simple. She said, forget the fluff, just do the basic stuff, which is kind of what we talk about. Exercise, nutrition, sunlight,
sleep, sex and sleep. That's right. Those are her 5. That's right.
Yeah, she said she makes sure she has sex every 48 hours. She's
Yes.
been married for more than 20 years. So
Yeah.
I love the simplicity of that. And you don't have to do anything fancy. It doesn't have to be that hard. We can just simplify it. But yeah, we loved her talk.
She had a good talk. Also, remember about the community part. Some days she feels like showing up. 50% of the time she doesn't feel like showing up.
Yeah.
But then she's got someone always waiting on her to do it.
Absolutely.
Just like these videos, right? These videos can be your community. Like, you don't feel like doing it, just pop this in. We'll walk you through it. You don't even think about it.
Yeah, I know we're wasting time. I should be exercising, but I want to talk about that. Other thing she said about giving yourself permission to leave a social event.
That's right.
I practiced that last night.
That's right.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
That's right. Sit back on my bum. Let's do another round of these. First was nice. Now remember, if it's hard for you to keep your legs straight and there's a little bend, that's fine. Just make sure that you're always thinking that there's a string at your head pulling you up as tall as you can be as you shoulder press these up.
So, yeah, I probably can't tell you this story right now because I'm trying to breathe, but I thought that was very, it was very useful, actionable, just to give yourself permission.
Yes.
To take a break. You don't have to be running and going all the time.
Good. That's really nice posture. Very nice. Keep breathing. Core is tight. String is at her head. She's nice and tall. Don't forget that. Exhaling up. You always exhale in the exertion. Let the air out to help you press the weight up. One more. Okay, down and rest a second, and we'll do triceps. Okay,
so the story she told was sometimes, I think it's somebody that asked her a question about, how do you practice self-care? And one of her stories was, sometimes maybe the whole family's eating dinner or they're going to watch a movie or whatever. And she just says, she said, peace out. I'm going to go to my room. I need some quiet time.
Crawl in my bed.
Right. But not, there was nothing negative about it. It was just permission to spend time alone. I actually did that last night. I've been walking all day, talking to a million people. It was amazing. But I decided not to go to dinner. I said, you know what? My body doesn't want to go to dinner. My body wants to go home and lie down. And being able to say that without apologizing, just like, that's not what I want to do right now. I love you guys, but I need to lie down. So part of that, we're working out all the time, sure, but there's also the rest part is so important.
And I think people, you don't give it enough credit because you feel like I'm being lazy or I'm not doing enough, or I should do more. Actually giving yourself that permission to actually go down and rest, that's the biggest thing you can do for yourself. Right. Because I think we as women always are.
Like I have to do everything.
We have to do more and more, more. It's my job. I have to do all the things. Yeah. But all the things also includes doing nothing. That's also a thing.
And then some of us, I've had this like agreeing to too many social events.
Yes.
Like, okay, yes, I'll do this. I want to engage. I want to do all these things. But, sometimes you just need to do a Gabby Reese and just say, peace out. I'm going to go spend time by myself.
That's right. I need a few hours alone.
Right.
I think it's fantastic. Hey, tricep press. Legs straight, hands up.
Yeah, so that was great. There were a lot of great speakers. But if you ever have a chance to go to any of these events with women gathering and networking and speaking, you always have the connections that you don't expect.
Yes. It's always good to try to be around like-minded people. If you're trying to change some things about yourself and become healthier and have better sex and have better relationships, to being around like-minded people is always a good starting place. Yeah, I find I never get what I thought I would get out of these things. Like, it isn't the speaker that I thought that I'd be most inspired by. It might be the person that ended up sitting next to me that told me a story about something that was like, wow. So, just get out there. Like Kelly said, be around like-minded people. Maybe it's at the gym or at church or yoga, whatever. Yes. Or a thing like this. Last one. Okay, down and rest. We'll get ready for planks in just a minute. Yeah. So that's fun. You get inspiration all kinds of different places, maybe walking around the park or wherever it is. But you probably don't get it if you're sitting at home watching TV. or just scrolling on your phone all the time. Right. We talked about that a lot too. Yeah. And the social media, there was a lot of talk about that too. Yes. That's not real. It's not a thing. It's not. And it just gets us stuck in comparison and FOMO and not being enough. And then you don't want to go outside because you feel like you're not enough. I mean, it's such a negative spiral. Just put that shit away. Yes. Get rid of it. Yeah. Okay, let's do our weighted planks.
Except when you're watching really positive YouTube videos like this one.
Well, we're working out, so you don't have to scroll. Just
Right.
put your earbuds in and work out with
Right.
us.
Exactly.
Okay, into our plank. She's going to keep her hands down as a modification because our weights are kind of rolly, remember? But if your weights are more flat, you can keep your hands on it for a little extra challenge, or hands on the ground also. Remember, if it's too much, put your knees on the ground and practice until you can get your knees off the ground. I don't know if you can hear her. She's continuing to breathe as she does it. You got to make sure you don't hold your breath. It's going to make it 10 times harder if you do not let the air out. Very nice. Those are great. Good. A few more here.
You've got me not talking now.
I know, but this is difficult. Good.
I actually thought of something to say, and then I can't say it.
One more on the left. Okay, down and rest. We'll finish our side planks for our second round.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't lift weights for about a week before this race, and so now it's been 2 weeks. So when you take a little break, you get back in it, and you might have to start a little bit easier.
Also, she's really in recovery mode, guys. She's not very good at admitting that, but she's really needs to still be in recovery mode.
Because I'm like, okay, that's hard.
Well, that's our second round. We have one more. Let's do our side planks with no weights. Remember, our eyes follow our hand that raises up for a nice cervical stretch also as she goes up.
And remember, we try to do this for 30 minutes, and you might have some other exercise you're going to do today too. Just proving that you can do 30 minutes of something, even if you're at a hotel.
Even if you're in recovery mode from an event you did, so you can get some kind of movement. It doesn't have to be, like she said, you're not killing it, the heaviest weight. You're not giving a personal record of shoulder presses. You're just trying to get some movement that feels good.
It's funny. We're in this really nice hotel gym. It's actually a very beautiful new hotel gym. There's no one here.
I know. To be honest, when I travel, I pick my hotel by the gym. I always look at the gym. If it doesn't have a nice enough gym, we don't stay there. It doesn't matter the cost. It just needs somewhere that I can make sure I can get some kind of workout in. And this one's actually very nice. New equipment.
Really nice.
Good. One more on the right. One more on the left, and then down and finish. Okay, down and rest. We have one more round to go today.
But speaking to the fact there's no one here.
Yes.
Because everyone else is having the same thought that it's Sunday morning maybe, and they were just going to, I'm not going to work out today because I don't have my regular gym.
Yeah. I don't have my trainer with me.
Right.
I don't have my...
Yeah, you're in a small group of really amazing people. If you get up, drink a coffee, go down, do your 30-minute workout at the hotel gym, and probably there'll be nobody there.
And I would say probably in the 1%.
Right.
Well, they think about 1% of all these different things. If you're up here Sunday morning doing this, you're in probably one of the 1%.
Yeah, but that could be how you end up being in the 1 to 5% of people who do live to be 95 years old in a healthy state, because they're the ones that are in the gym in the weekend. To get something different than average, you've got to do something different than average, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, on my bum, one last time. Shoulder presses. Yeah, that's a really good point. And I will say that if you meet anyone in the gym, it's not a mean place. No one here is ever mad. So it's a great place to come. If you're having a bad day, everybody's happy because everyone's doing what they need to do. No one's ever pissed off.
If anyone else walked in here, they'd probably have their headphones on and they're just in their
focused.
zone. They're doing the same thing we are.
Yep. Remember, in this position, she has a string in her head to try to keep her posture nice and tall. Her legs are straight. If it's bothering you by now, bend the knees a little bit, but just do your best to keep your posture tall. That's the goal. And the other modification to this I just remembered is, if this is really difficult, we're filming, so we can't do this, but you could always sit up against a wall to support your back. But remember, when you're supporting your back, that means you're kind of shutting off the muscles that you're trying to get stronger. So try not to do that every time unless you're in just a really bad position and you can't straighten up. Because just like the weighted belts that people wear when they work out, that's really shutting off your core. That's shutting off what you're trying to activate. So if you feel like you have to be supported, lessen the weight. Use no weight. Use your body weight to support yourself. Good. 2 more here. Last 2 of this position. Good. Down and rest, and we'll do triceps.
Okay. Yeah. So my shoulders are feeling like they got some work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not the hardest workout in the world, but it's enough for today. It's enough for today. And then we're going to get in the car and drive for 3 hours today also.
Right.
Anytime you're sitting down on a plane or in a car for a long time, for me, it helps so much to get some exercise, even if it's 30 minutes before you get on that trip.
Yes.
And then if I'm on a long flight, like when I flew to New Zealand, I would walk down to the area by the bathroom and do some yoga, like do some stretches and touch my toes and
Yeah.
move your feet around. I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting still for 15 hours.
You need to be doing it.
Yeah.
You need to find somewhere to get some stretches in, especially if you're sitting to stretch your hip flexors,
Right.
right? Stretch your back, stretch your hamstrings. Those get so tight when you're sitting, you just don't recognize it.
Yeah, for sure. So, and also everyone knows now you can get blood clots in your legs that can actually kill you if you sit still for a long time at our age.
Back to my butt, and we're going to do tricep presses.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Don't worry, that's why I'm here. We didn't forget.
Yeah, she won't let me. But yeah, even a 3-hour drive in the car. I mean, just do something before you get in the car.
Yes. Up. Now, drop the weights behind the head. Exhale, press them up. Always remember when you're sitting on your bum, there's a string in her head keeping her core nice and tight. Back to front core. We always talk about it. It's the apple core. Everyone would like to have a six-pack. I get it. But to strengthen the back muscles that wrap around your front is what I'm always going for. I want your brain to always be thinking about that. You want to reduce the back pain, the hip pain, you've got to make the muscles along your spine strong enough to hold you up tall. Everyone does, man or woman. Good breathing. Good. Can you do 2 more?
Yep.
Good. Okay, down and rest. We have weighted planks and side planks, and we're all done.
I was really inspired by Gabby Reese because I thought of another thing she said that I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a businesswoman. She's got a shoe line. She's got all kinds of things, many, many things. So she gets a really hard workout in the morning, she said. And then she can tend to sit for 15 hours at her desk for the rest of the day.
Yep.
So a lot of people talk about exercise snacks. So if you work at a desk, you can get up and do 10 jumping jacks every hour, or just get up, walk to the bathroom, touch your toes a few times, or run up and down a flight of stairs. Like 1 minute of exercise to break up your day. Because if you do a heavy workout in the morning and sit down all day,
it's like you didn't even do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible for flexibility. Kind of like me sitting in the plane the day after I did an Ironman. I mean, I got off the plane and was like, holy shit, I can hardly walk. Yeah, but luckily I did some yoga on the plane.
Yeah.
But exercise snacks, I love that term.
Yeah, I love that too. Because not everyone has the opportunity to have a standing desk that will elevate every 15 minutes. Maybe that's not in you can't do it. Maybe you don't have the ability to have a treadmill under your desk. They have those very inexpensive ones on Amazon, less than $200. So if you do have a job, you have to sit, you can walk all day, but that's not for everybody. So every hour, set the alarm on your phone and just get up, do the laps, do a lap to the bathroom and do squats while you do it or something.
Like even if it's 1 minute.
Yeah.
So that's really good advice too. I'm lucky that I have a standing up job. So when I'm at work, I'll sit down to see a patient, but most of the day I'm walking. I do have a standing desk.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have that, I mean, even if you work out for an hour a day, I mean, it's still.
Exactly. Yeah, I did like that, what she said about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a lot of good things to say. Good. She has a really great comfy shoe line as well. What was it called?
She's got a brand with Vionic shoes.
Yeah, Vionic.
Yeah. So they've been around a long time, and now she's collaborated with them to make some awesome sneakers. So I don't know if you've seen them or not, but you have to look them up on Vionic.
Yeah.
I got a pair. I'm obsessed. I do know if you have a super high arch, they might not be as comfortable, but they are made for people that need arch support. So you should look them up.
Yeah. So yeah, she was awesome. And she's 56. She's like us.
Yeah.
Like us, except she was a world-class volleyball player.
Super athlete.
Yeah.
And her husband too, the most famous surfer in the world. So if I'm sure everyone knows who she is. If you don't, now you're going to look her up and you'll see, okay. Good. Good. Someone's about to walk in, so we're going to get lucky here. We're almost done with our workout. Good. 3. And 2. Good. 1 more. Okay. Let's come down and rest a second. All we have left are side planks.
Yeah, there were actually lots of other inspirational people too, but it's funny. These things I tend to always sort of remember one person more than the others.
Mm-hmm.
There were lots of others too, but that was a great message.
Yeah. Yeah, just keeping it down to basics. There's so much noise in the space, even what we're doing right now today. There's so much noise in it. So just keeping the basics. I love that she just reiterates that over and over and over. Yeah. Her company reiterates that. Her message, her husband's message, it's always those things. Get some sun, get some whole food, all of those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yay, 1%.
Yeah, but then this beautiful workout person has her headphones on. She's not bothered by us.
Yes. We're going to do our side planks. Remember, eyes gaze at my hand that goes up, and then go back down. Just as much as this is a side plank with rotation, we're working on our neck too, don't forget. Always challenge yourself. Can you look over your one shoulder and look over the other shoulder? If you can't do it, you need to be practicing doing it. Good.
I'm really learning how to breathe better.
Yes. It's so important not to hold your breath.
Yeah.
That's something else Gabby Reese started with. I just remembered when you said that was
That's right.
we did 5 minutes of breath work and it was incredible. I love that she started before anyone asked her any questions. That's what she started, made us all breathe together. And she was watching us if our eyes weren't closed. It was fantastic. Good. A few more. Good. 3, 2. Good. One more. Okay, perfect. Dana, we're all done with that today.
Oh, okay. How much time was that?
That was just about 27 minutes.
Okay, so we promised it would be 30 minutes. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So you can do this anywhere. Whew. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends. I can't wait to see you next week. And
Yep.
Kelly, we'll see you next month.
Yep.